Hello, everyone. I wanted to go over the Rain's website because it's just a super beautiful website and super beautiful example that everyone should see. If you're in fashion or in another sector in e-commerce, I think this is just a wonderful store to look at. It's a headless Shopify store. We will go through the specifics later on as well, but I'll just first start to browse through the website and just pick some things up that I think are super interesting. First of all, obviously, I mean, this is a very high-end fashion brand, so a lot of beautiful imagery, I would say. One of the main things here is obviously the navigation bar, which is full screen if you click it open. You have a product that they want to really put into the spotlight here. And then you can obviously go towards all of the different collections that they have. So for example, let's go to the rain jacket collection. You also see here that I have the Core Web Vital plugin from Google Chrome. So you can actually see if this is green, then I pass in my experience all the Core Web Vitals. If this is red, then there is something wrong on the specific page or with my experience. So this is also interesting to highlight. One of the super cool things that I see here is obviously this. I really like this, to be honest. So you can have a model or a product approach. And you can choose it yourself, and then you also have the ability to have a 2 or a 4 setup, which is more like big screen focused. On mobile, you have this as well, but not this. So let's just push it to mobile. So here you can still change from model to product, which is super interesting, I think. And the filter thing is also very cool. You can just select everything here and then view the items. And this is actually the same for desktop. So it's just something that is the same everywhere. Then obviously the product pages itself. I did want to show something else on the product page. So let's just remove this for a second. Clear. View items. There is also a cool thing that you see on the right side here, the sizes that you have, and you see the sizes that are not in stock, which is something that we see a lot of customers struggle with. That, for example, you see in the overview that a certain product is there, but then when you click into the product itself, you can actually see that for this specific color, for example, the small size is not in stock, while in this specific color it is. So you actually get quite a lot of information from the overview page itself. If you're looking for a small, for example, and you see this color, then there is no small available. Same here, there is no small available. So it doesn't really make sense if I need a small to click into it. We can just have a look what they do if we select, you have an email me when it's available, obviously. This takes us directly to the product page, which is obviously another super important page. It's just beautifully done with very clear imagery and very big, beautiful imagery, I would say. So let's take this to a mobile experience for a second. Here we go. So here you can see that it's quite obvious how they changed it to mobile. You have the whole selection here. I wonder if I scroll down, there is no add to cart button that comes with it, but it does make a lot of sense from an experience point of view. Maybe the menu here as well, it's quite classic, I would say, but also beautifully done. Then in terms of the cards, I just want to make it a bit bigger again because for the purposes of this video, this is, I think, a bit nicer. You can also zoom in apparently on the images itself. I lost my mouse, I'm just going to refresh. Here we go. So yeah, there is not too much to say other than the you may also like section, which is interesting. Then I just wanted to zoom in on the search function as well. I just think it's beautifully done. If you look for fleece, for example, you see the products like this. It's a bit weird that you can always scroll behind the images or behind the parts that come on top of the screen, so like the search or the menu. But it is beautifully done. I mean, if you open up, you really have the sense that you want to start looking for something or search for something. And you have the trending now section, which actually brings you towards trending products directly. So it's like very beautifully done also from my perspective. Then if we add something to cart, a cart drawer opens up. You see a very clear overview of the products that you have added to carts, deliveries calculated at checkout, and then you have the others also bought. Here there is a super interesting thing that if there are no additional variants, then you can add it to carts directly. But if you need to choose a color or a size, then you can have the options here, which is also something that a lot of customers struggle with. That you can actually check the options from the upsell itself. Which makes a lot of sense because otherwise you're actually attracted away from the cart, which might lose you a conversion. So, I mean, this is very relevant to keep this whole experience within the cart, I would say. Also funny that they decided to have the icons not somewhere that you can always see them, so only if you scroll all the way down. Then it's also interesting to see that they really still have a cart page. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Let's see what's happening. Oh, I think the website is down for a while. It's actually quite funny. And it's back. I have no clue what happened there. Let me see if I can check in again. View cards. Okay, here we go. So there is the free shipping threshold. So that's also interesting actually. Because here, if you go back to the website, you click on cart, then you don't know that the delivery is free yet, while if you go to the cart itself, you see that the delivery is free. So maybe there is an opportunity to also show this in the cart already, because the cart drawer is apparently an important part of their experience. Then there is just a beautiful overview here. You see the icons here as well. It's just beautifully designed. Again, you can see all the options here. You cannot add it to cart directly here. So here you can, while here you cannot. So here you would actually go back to the product pages, which is also interesting to see. Then maybe we can just go over the specific tools that they have. So they have Zendesk in terms of customer service. You see the payment options or processors. You see that it's powered by Shopify. It's a headless Shopify because I think here it says that it's based on React. So the front end is probably built with React. Then it's also very interesting, the classic tools. This is also cool because the Microsoft Clarity, I see it coming back quite a lot these days because it's a free tool. So it's free heat maps, which is obviously very interesting. It's GDPR proof, apparently. It's built on open source. You can see a live demo. And so it's free, and apparently they're using it as well. Then some other tooling, they use VWO for A/B testing probably, which is something that we use as well, which is super interesting. And then they use Tailwind CSS as well for the whole setup, which is something that we buy as well. We use as well. This is just a specific framework. I don't know if you open it up here what it will actually give you, but you can look for it yourself. And then I just wanted to focus on the Rebuy app as well. So Rebuy is something that we see a lot as well. So it's a personalization engine. So everything in terms of also bought or everything that is to be found in the cart. So imagine that I go here and I go to a product. Then probably this is done by Rebuy. And this is also done by Rebuy, which makes a lot of sense. There is also another app for this, an app that we really love too, the Upsell Plus app. It does more or less the same. So increase AOV, captivating the upsells into checkout as well. Maybe it's interesting to go all the way through to checkout for a second, because you can view cart but also go to checkout directly. There are no upsells I see in the checkout process, which is interesting. They only have the Google express checkout, also super interesting to see, because from what we see, this is one that is not used quite often. It's more PayPal, maybe ShopPay, so that's also very interesting to see. Let's go back for a second. So this was an interesting one. And then I wanted to maybe highlight another service that they use. Although, yeah, I think we're more or less here at this point in time. Reviews is stamped, which is interesting to see. And then I just wanted to touch upon the core web vitals. So you see that the product page, so I have a product page here that on mobile, apparently the largest contentful paint is an issue for them. And also the interaction to next paint is an issue on desktop. This product also has the largest contentful paint that is a problem. On the other pages, I think they score very, very well. So this is the home page, and then this is the collection page. They actually also pass for the interaction to next paint. So super interesting store, very beautiful store that is performing quite well. There are a couple of points that they probably are working on. Other than that, it's just a very interesting website to go through in terms of look and feel and user experience that really should get your attention, that you should have a look at. That is interesting to just see how they do things. This is it. Hope you liked it, and see you soon. Bye-bye.